Looks like one of those lock boxes. I wish I could tell. Where'd this little guy come from so late at night? I think all the polling places were closed. And yet we have a box.
Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
A very sad group of people is trying to disenfranchise that group of people, and we won't stand for it. We will not stand for it. Because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win, so they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly. Because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory, 377,000. Texas, as we said. Ohio, think of this. Ohio, a tremendous state, a big state. I love Ohio. We won by 8.1%, 460. Almost 500,000 votes. North Carolina, big victory with North Carolina. And so we won there. We lead by 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden, everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure the integrity for the good of this nation. This is a very big moment. This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court. We want all voting to stop. We don't want them to find any ballots at 4 o'clock in the morning and add them to the list. Okay? It's a very sad moment. To me, this is a very sad moment, and we will win this. And as far as I'm concerned,
Well, I will not be blackmailed by some ineffectual, privileged, effete, soft-penis debutante. You want to start a street fight with me, bring it on, but you're going to be surprised by how ugly it gets. You don't even know my real name. I'm the lizard. Oh.
Right. No, it's a Pennsylvania application for mail-in ballot. And they do have people's addresses on the back of them that were never mailed out.
And so I have the Baxter, Mr. Baxter, whatever, had to go to the head guy because I want to see every one of those ballots, copy them down the precinct because they don't show up on any list. So I just grabbed one box. It's 500 names of people that are not on the register, they're not on the supplement list.
Were you in there? She was in there this morning. She said it's a
No, I've
shit
been
show.
in there all day. I just left.
And so why won't they let anybody into view?
Their capacity. They said there's capacity. In the morning, you could just walk right in. So I trained and walked right in.
Because of COVID, they're saying capacity
We
now?
all have masks on.
No,
We'll put our mask on.
I think it's the poll workers
They
don't
don't wanna
like us
see
there,
you.
and they're very rude.
But you're allowed legally to go. It doesn't say there's
Yeah,
capacity.
that's why we have the Supreme Court order. We went to-
And not to let us in the
luck.
building?
Not to
is
let you
so-
in the building. It's bizarre.
Because this building is not
So
a
they're
capacity.
letting- and
Maybe
there's
the
those
room
of us
is.
that leave. Like a few people.
Of the 138,000 that came at 4:30 or 4:45 in the morning, how many of those votes were Biden votes of the 138,000?
Basically all but I think 5,000.
How is that? You do this for a living, and you're a pro's pro. How is mathematically that possible? But
Right.
where you've got this scale, right? Have you ever seen something at 96%?
No, not on this scale. Not at this level.
What happened in Wisconsin? What do you think happened in Wisconsin, Rich?
I think they waited to see what those absentee ballots looked like in Kenosha. They had about 6,000, and then they did the math on that. You know, Steve, if this was going to be on the up and up, they shouldn't have did it at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's really what is going to send people to the moon. It should have been done out in the open. There was really no reason why it could not have been done last night. We were told it would not be done until the next day, but 4 a.m. is not the next day. That's not, you got to do this stuff out in the open.
We've got to keep the pressure on them. Think of the same shit that happened in 2018, okay? The same thing that happened in 2018. I was down here volunteering as a board worker. I asked the hard question. Why are these ballots being cast where the vote has been moved from the Democrat candidate? They have been removed by security. Okay? Guys, we've got to keep the pressure up. They call me every name in the book. See my face. See And then also, who's checking the mail-in votes? Democrats! Democrats are checking them! Democrats are checking! Count them votes. Count them votes. Only Democrats!
This ain't gonna go away.
Now am examining this ballot that was received by a Queens Village resident, and with all of the Democrat candidates pre-filled in on the ballot. I know a lot of people wanted to know, how did it get pre-filled in? Was it done by pen? Was it done by hand? As I put my hand over every one of the pre-filled in Democrats here on the ballot, I can see it was definitely not done by hand. It looks like it was done maybe by a stamper or a machine. Maybe it was run through a machine. This looks like it was really just run through by a machine, absolutely. As you can see, these, again, I have this in my hand now. This is not just a picture for me. You can see no human being could be that perfect with filling in all the blanks. And again, you see it's pre-filled out for Joe Biden for president. I'll just show you some of the other races, not all of them. Gregory Meeks, who's been in the U.S. House of Representatives, I think since he won election in 1998. That's another one. You've got John Liu in the state Senate race here in New York. And it goes on and on down the line. This is a 2-page absentee ballot. Now, this is the envelope that it came in. Also, incredibly official looking. It says it's official absentee ballot envelope. And it is in several different languages. And it has a barcode, as you can see, the voter ID number. And this was all received pre-filled out with all the Democrats in there. And we can only wonder why that happened.